You wake up to the Pacific Ocean outside your window. A morning walk along a palm-lined promenade, fresh coffee, fresh seafood, fresh mountain air. Your rent? About $700 a month. And instead of debating about what meeting to join, your only decision of the day is walk the beach or do a wine tasting in the Andes.
Welcome to Chile, one of South America's most stable, beautiful, and surprisingly affordable countries. Are you looking to retire abroad? You're not alone, and you're in the right place. If you're dreaming about retiring abroad but still want modern infrastructure, strong healthcare, and political stability, Chile might be one of the most underrated options in the world. It's not the cheapest country in Latin America, but the quality of life is among the highest. And if you choose the right city, especially outside some of the most expensive parts of the capital, you can live comfortably for far less than in the US.
On today's Queer Money, brought to you by Optimize Investment Partners Portugal Golden Opportunities Fund, more again on that later, we're breaking down 5 Chilean cities that balance affordability with LGBTQ plus friendliness for gay retirees. Before we start, drop us a green heart if you've ever been to Chile, and then of course, as always, let us know in the comments what we get right, what we get wrong, and your own personal experiences.
All right, coming in at number 5 is the city that most of us are familiar with when we speak about Chile, and that is Santiago. Now, why is Santiago fabulous? Well, it is the capital of the country. It has big city energy. Think art museums, rooftop bars, world-class restaurants, and quick access to skiing in the Andes or wine country in under an hour. I know that specifically because I did both of those. Not the skiing part, but I did go to the Andes and I was in wine country in Chile.
All on the same day?
No, not all on the same day. As for LGBTQ nightlife, Santiago is Chile's epicenter. It has pride events, queer nightlife, activism, and a very visible community and lots of hot men. The reality check, though, is Santiago is the most expensive city in Chile. It often costs about 20 to 25% more than other regions. And one of the drawbacks is that during the wintertime, the city can have a lot of pollution, specifically because of its mountain basin geography.
As for your queer vibe check, though, this is a strong LGBTQ plus community with pride marches that draw huge crowds. Neighborhoods like Bella Vista and Providencia have plenty of queer nightlife. Just to name a sliver of those could visit, there's 105 Fetish Bar with drag shows and fetish nights, Club Soda Bella Vista, and Fausto Discotheque, which looks like a great place to go dancing. As for your wallet, cost of living versus Houston here is 40% lower than Houston, Texas people.
Which is our touchstone city for this particular episode.
Exactly. And your average 2-bedroom rent starts at $900 to $1,100 a month.
For all these reasons, we're giving it a Queer Money retirement rating of 6 out of 10. Now, that might seem quite low. Although it has amazing culture, it may not be the most ideal place, especially if you're looking for affordability.
Number 4 on our list for Chile is Viña del Mar. Why is it fabulous? Well, it's known as the Garden City. Viña del Mar sits right on the Pacific Ocean, got beautiful beaches, palm-lined boulevards, and modern apartment towers. It's like Santa Monica of Chile, relaxed but polished. The reality check, though, is because it's a popular resort city, rent can rise during tourist seasons, and that makes everything all that much more expensive. And if you want a grittier arts vibe or nightlife, you'll likely head down to Valparaíso, which we'll talk about shortly, or maybe not.
As for the queer vibe, it is moderate and welcoming. There are many LGBTQ residents here that split their time between Viña del Mar and neighboring Valparaíso. There are a number of bars in the area here. Mo Gastro Bar, Club Divino, and Club Viña are the most popular ones that we were able to locate. As for your wallet, the cost of living compared to Houston is about 45% cheaper than Houston, and your average 2-bedroom rent is going to run you around $750 to $900. Obviously, you can go much higher, but this is average or maybe on the lower end of average.
For all these reasons, we're giving Viña del Mar a Queer Money retirement rating of 7 out of 10. Great lifestyle, beach living, and proximity to bigger queer scenes. Everyone loves bigger.
When it comes to Chile and the laws that protect LGBT people, they have made a lot of progress. Chile has become one of the most progressive countries when it comes to LGBTQ rights in South America, especially over the past decade. Same-sex marriage has been legal since 2022. Also, there is a comprehensive anti-discrimination law that's been around since 2012, and a gender identity law was passed in 2018 that allows transgender adults to change their legal name and gender on official documents.
Then in 2021, conversion therapy was banned. Despite all this legal progress, though, discrimination has not disappeared, unfortunately. Advocacy groups report a sharp increase in discrimination complaints since 2024, particularly for those in the transgender community.
All right, coming in at number 3 is Valdivia. Now, why is Valdivia fabulous? Well, if Patagonia had a chill younger sibling, it would be Valdivia. This southern river city feels very European. Plenty of German bakeries, riverside cafes, lush forests, and cool weather. It's quiet, artsy, and very walkable. The reality here is that it rains a lot. It has a very rainforest climate, and not the restaurant, but the actual rainforest. Also, this is a smaller city, so nightlife is limited.
That said, your queer vibe check has Valdivia as a small but open-minded university town kind of vibe. Your queer life does exist, but it's more socially than dedicated nightlife district. A bar that you can check out, though, is Bimba, and an organization that you definitely should join is Valdiversa Chile. As for your wallet, cost of living here versus Houston is about 50% lower. 50%. Average 2-bedroom rents start at $650 to $800 per month.
For all these reasons, we're giving it a Queer Money retirement rating of 8 out of 10. There's plenty of nature, affordability, and calm living. It's a strong contender for many gay retirees, especially those who enjoy the rain.
Raining men rain? All right, our runner-up is La Serena. Why is it fabulous? Well, La Serena is one of Chile's best coastal retirement cities, has colonial architecture, long beaches, and a relaxed pace of life. Plus, sunshine almost all year round. Over 200 days of sunshine, which is fabulous. Reality check, though, is it's quiet culturally relative to Santiago or Valparaíso. For bigger events or nightlife, you might have to travel a little bit.
As for the vibe here, it is a small but friendly queer community. It's much more subtle. Think social circles rather than nightlife districts. There are a few bars to check out here, though. There's Club Aqua Cruising Bar.
Cruising? For boating?
I guess. Disco Arcangel and Z Garden Bar.
Not Z Galleria.
Right. And there is a local LGBT organization called, I think it's Mogaleth, Chile. Check me on the pronunciation of that, though.
That's why we shouldn't record these on Friday afternoon.
And as for your wallet, it's the cost of living here in La Serena is about 50 to 55% of what it would cost you to live in Houston. The average 2-bedroom rent is going to run around $600 to $750 a month, which is pretty amazing.
For all these reasons, we're giving La Serena a Queer Money retirement rating of 8.5 out of 10. Great weather, great beach life, and affordability, which can make deciding where to retire a little bit easier. So remember, if you like this content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family who also want to retire abroad, especially your hubby or wifey.
All right, so last time when we looked at cities, we looked at gay-friendly cities where rent is around $800 a month. Some of those were a little questionable, I think.
Some of them were lower, though.
Yeah, there were plenty of great ones. Next time, we're going to be looking at countries that actually have language requirements when it comes to getting a long-term visa. Of course, this week, again, we're doing Chile, so drop us a green heart if you have been to Chile, but also remember to comment and share with us what we got right, what we didn't get right, what your personal experiences are, especially if you live there or have stayed there long term.
Looking for a more European vibe for retirement? Check out Optimize investment partner Portugal Golden Opportunities Fund, which gets you Portugal's Golden Visa, future EU passports for you and your family, and may yield you a better global return than Donald Trump is doing for you right here in the United States. That's wealth, mobility, and a Mediterranean lifestyle, all optimized. Tap the link in the video description to see how it all works.
All right, coming in at number 1 is a city that we've mentioned before, and that is Valparaíso. We've struggled to pronounce it, but we got it right this time, I think. So why is this fabulous? Well, if there is a gay Brooklyn in Chile, this is it. Colorful hillside houses, street art everywhere, poets, musicians, artists, and dreamers. Valparaíso is a UNESCO-listed port city that is famous for its bohemian culture and creative community, and it's still surprisingly affordable. Reality check here, you better have strong legs. The hills are steep, which means the butts are nice. As for the infrastructure, it can feel a little gritty compared to Santiago, but for many people, that's part of the overall charm of the city.
As for the queer vibe charm, it's one of the most LGBTQ plus friendly cities in Chile. It's creative culture, alternative lifestyle, and a welcoming vibe. Some bars you might want to check out are Proa Bar, and then a bar that we will definitely check out ourselves when we visit is Mascata. As for your wallet, cost of living here relative to Houston is about 50% less, and your average 2-bedroom rent starts at about $600 to $750 a month. That's when smaller is better.
Yeah, definitely. So for all these reasons, we're giving it a Queer Money retirement rating of 9 out of 10. It's affordable, it's artistic, it's openly queer. So if Chile is on your retirement radar, here's a quick recap. Number 5 was Santiago. It's exciting, but expensive. Number 4 was Viña del Mar, which is beach living with city access. Number 3 was Valdivia, nature and calm living. Number 2 was La Serena, sunshine and affordability. Coming in at number 1 again was Valparaíso, artsy, queer, budget friendly. It's got it all going on.
Chile might not be the cheapest country in Latin America, but the combination of stability, infrastructure, and lifestyle is hard to beat. And if you choose the right city, you could be living your dream retirement for half of what it costs to live here in the United States.
If you want the full data on these 5 cities and another 5 that we looked at when we were collecting data, plus the tools that we use to evaluate these cities around the world, get access to the Queer Money Retirement Vault today. Because a fabulous retirement doesn't just happen, you build it.
Again, drop us a green heart if you've been to Chile, and then let us know in the comments what we got right, what we got wrong, or what your personal experiences are having been there or vacationed there.
Many of you have asked us about healthcare in other countries. Who offers it to expats? Who has the best? So make sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel or our podcast because we are working on a piece that you don't want to miss. Until next time, stay fabulous. If you're not sure you want to go down that low in the globe, check out this episode on the top 5 cities in Spain for gay retirees. Bye.